Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Maybe it's Tuesday for you, I don't really know. But today for me it's Tuesday, and welcome to Tuesdays with Tuesday, where every Tuesday you get a new upload from me, and I read to you another chapter of one of my books. So like it or not, oh my gosh, you had no idea, but here it is. Like it or not, today we're reading the next chapter of Savage Hearts. So this is chapter 10 today that we're on, and I'm very excited. This is book 1 of 5 in the Savage Hearts series, and it is written under my pen name, nope, that's my real name, not Tuesday. It's written under my pen name, Mary E. Twomey, and you can get the ebook anywhere for free today. Amazon, all the places that you get your ebooks. So if you want, you can read along with me in your Kindle, or get the paperback and you can read it that way too. Or you can just cozy up with your favorite animal or your favorite human or your favorite beverage and just let me read to you, because I feel like that's probably winning at life. All right, chapter 10, The Death of Us, Cruise. Stupid Calcoo. They trained Santos in their own manner of fighting, but when I freed him, I combined his upbringing with that of our soldiers. They call him Santos the Savage, which is a cruel yet well-earned nickname in the tribe. Santos launches himself out of the back seat like a cannon, ignoring the threat of knives while he wrestles and bites and rips at the two men in camo. There's no rain, but lightning strikes in the distance, announcing to the world that I am angry. "Don't let them take Santos!" Rafi shouts, as 3 men from the ditched car pound the pavement behind us. "I've got these guys. You help Santos." He turns on his heel and charges in the opposite direction after disposing of his attacker. Rafi works with me as if he's part of my brain. My assailant is easy to gut. I can tell he's scared of me before we even collide. Smart guy. When Santos stabs the first man and is knocked in the head by the second, it's clear they're not after him alone. I can't decide if that should fill me with relief or if knowing they're after Adelita is worse. They've long since given up on stealing Santos back. I intercept one of the 3 men from the second car, but the other 2 breeze past me toward Santos. Santos is dazed, but I can tell he's only getting started. One of him on 3 of them isn't nearly a fair fight. They shouldn't have trained Santos so well. He's utterly vicious in a hand-to-hand combat. I'm nearly to them when my stomach drops at the shock of black hair emerging from the vehicle. "Stay in the car!" I shout to Adelita as thunder cracks overhead. Santos is being kicked from behind while he chokes out the second Calcoo, but his eyes go wide to warn Adelita not to involve herself. He can handle this, even with a blow to the head. The third assailant is distracted by an attack from Rafi, thank the clouds. Cars are careening by, and it's all any of us can do not to get caught in the morning rush. When Adelita pays me no mind, I can't get to them fast enough. "Get back in the car!" I shout. But she doesn't listen, which is no great surprise. Instead, she limps around the front end and grips the guy who's kicking Santos in the spine. She yanks him by the belt and jerks him back. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. How can he not shake her grip? "Don't touch him!" she yells like a little girl on the playground defending her friend from a bully. My mouth falls open when the dainty mouse launches the Calcoo with one hand straight into the car's dented frame. The entire structure groans with force that just can't be possible. I trip and nearly fall forward at the sight. My mind can't make sense of it. When his body slumps to the ground, I blanch at the man's caved-in skull. Like bad papier-mâché, the top of his head is now flattened down to his nose. What the... Santos is equally stunned and loses his grip on the Calcoo he's trying to choke out. The camo-clad idiot is granted a few more life-sustaining breaths, which Adelita deems is one too many. With her only functioning arm, she grips the man's bicep and rips him from Santos. She whips his body against the side of his own car over and over until he's a limp, broken noodle that slumps when she finally lets go. She's got tears in her eyes, but that doesn't stop her from running away from the wreckage toward Rafi. I should follow and offer backup, but I'm too stunned for movement. I watch with a mixture of amazement and horror as she intervenes in a similar fashion for Rafi. Her fist knocks Rafi's full-grown assailant at least 15 feet back. Her assault snaps his head to the side so powerfully I'm certain he must be concussed. When he somehow finds the fortitude to stand, she grabs his collar, ignoring his pleas for mercy. A member of the Kalku actually begging for mercy. Never thought I'd see the day. The whole thing is so strange that I find myself staring uselessly at the scene, unsure of anything at this point. With her left arm still in its sling, Adelita lifts the last of the Kalku off his feet and launches his body farther than I could have guessed possible. My eyes follow until a sickened thud can be heard over the rush of cars as the man splats on the concrete. She's breathing hard while Rafi swears with wide eyes, his bloodied, olive-scaled fingers gripping his hair. "What was that? How did you—" She won't look at us. When she glances at her victims, she winces at the sight of the blood, like she can't believe she's capable of such violence. The woman took down 3 Kalku with one hand and no weapons. I mean, I've done that before, but never so brutally and not without walking away looking like I'd taken the business end of a bad beating myself. When her wet, guilty eyes meet mine, I can see her sifting through too many options that might try to explain this away. Maldito, she's cute. Adelita bleats a pitiful, I didn't do it! The snigger that escapes my lips must sound sociopathic, but I can't help it. She turns to run from me, but stops at Rafi's raised arms. He's not signaling a surrender, but offering the shaken woman a hug. I've never seen a woman touch Rafi when he was part dragon like this. Most run the other way. Adelita falls into his green arms with a sob. I didn't mean to. They were going to hurt Santos. They were hurting you. It's finally clear to me why the Kalku have tracked her down. They know she's got superhuman strength. I have no idea how Rafi finds the presence of mind to keep his voice controlled with a calm lightness. It's all right, Linda. You don't have to think about that right now. I didn't see a thing. All I know is some sexy gust of wind did me a solid and took care of the guys who outnumbered us. Man, if only I could thank that wind. Only Rafi can make a person laugh when they're mid-crisis. His smile at her chuckle tells me somehow things will be all right. I don't know how, but Rafi's ease often gives me that hope. I've never told him how much I rely on that optimism to get us through. He tucks a stray curl behind her ear, and something in my chest tightens. Thank you, Viento, he says to her. She nods into his shoulder while she sniffles, her free arm reaching up to thumb at his collar to cling to him that much more. I don't understand her tears. Or maybe it's not that I don't understand them, but rather that I don't understand how she's so free with them. Crying is a weakness. That's a simple fact. Yet she just did the impossible, all while broadcasting raw emotion. I'm fascinated by each tear, while equally disgusted. Santos limps toward them, and Rafi smiles at him, motioning him forward. He hands Adelita off after placing a kiss to her unmarked shoulder. It's a small blessing of sweetness, but it flips my stomach. When she folds easily into Santos's arms, my throat goes dry. She may have saved us this time, but when my chest tightens at the moisture sparkling on the apple of her cheek, I am certain this woman is going to be the death of us. Poor Cruz. He's bad at emotions and lots of things. Thank you so much for reading that chapter with me. Savage Hearts, Book 1. The ebook is available for free everywhere right now as of the upload of this video, so feel free to add that to your e-reader and read along with me. Or read ahead. Get the spoiler. Just don't post it below. That's very rude. But what you can post below is what you're reading right now, or what you're hoping to be reading, or what's on your to-be read list that you're most excited about. Wait, actually, no, that could be like super way many comments. So instead, just post a book that you are reading now if you are enjoying it, because I would like to read 50 books this year or more, and I love book recommendations. I am very much a nonfiction reader. I don't know why. I feel like I should be perpetually reading Twilight and Hunger Games and like the things in my genre that I very much enjoy and have read and reread. But my general thing that I go to is nonfiction. So if you have any nonfiction recommendations, feel free to post those. I will double look at those just because that's who I am. But also feel free to post your fiction recommendations, especially if they're like fantasy fiction or paranormal romance. That's what I enjoy writing. And I do enjoy reading it. I don't know why I don't make it more of a priority in my reading life. That's a silly pants thing to do. So thank you for unsilly pantsing me with your recommendations. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for reading with me and enjoy your week.